Hi guys, Elise Sanderson again. Last video I showed this journal, which honestly was in really crappy lighting. See if I can get in better frame here. There we go. So you couldn't really see it very well. So I'm gonna just show like the front part of it and stuff again, just so you can see it. The actual more true colors. I got a better phone too, so you can see all these better. And this is an altered book again. Lots of pockets, lots of tucks, journaling space, coffee dyed and tea dyed papers, some vintage ephemera in here, tickets, tea dyed tags. I love the color of these tea dyed tags. So I'm quickly just doing this one again so you can see the colors better. The other ones I'm going to do better. I'm going to do in-depth flip throughs. But this one was just, it did not turn out very good. Little pocket. The lighting was kind of poor. So I did it in my living room with my loaner phone. So little metal embellishment and a button, and super cute. I love the color of the book. So the rest of these books I'll do, this is one other altered book, and the rest of my journals are all built from the ground up. So this altered book, this is actually my grandma, her cousin wrote this book, Margaret Golf Clark. And I actually have the innards of the book, so it's all intact. So I just used the cover. If my grandma were alive, she probably would not have, she'd probably tisk me, but anyway, this one's Death at Their Heels, but I love the color. I added some, hopefully I'm in frame, a little not, some flowered lace here, and then this is some, to be honest, I'm not really sure what kind of ribbon that is, and then some little beads, and it just opens up like so. And they're held in with some, oh my gosh. I am drawing serious blanks today. I think it's because my kids are running around like crazy in the background. Anyway, you know those one little eyelets. There we go. There's the word. So there's lots of tucks in here. I kept this one really, really simple. I kept all the tones in the green tones to go with the cover. So this is an altered tag. I sanded it down with a little sanding block, which I would show you the sanding block if, you know, it was right next to me. But of course, I did something with it. Little stamping right there. I hand stitched around the edge, and on the back I glued on a piece of tea dyed paper. So that's that tag, and the paper is really, really pretty. And on the inside where the signatures are sewn in, because it's a, you can actually see the stitching in here, I added a little bit of lace so that it looked a little nicer than the innards. So, and then there's a lot of these little vellum sayings throughout the book that I stitched in. This one says, "There are no shortcuts to any place worth going." And they're just for pretty. Another little tag tucked here, and it's attached with a brad. Both of these are little altered tags that I did. This one was like a clothing tag, and I think this one was like a, I'm not sure what this one was, but little brad. clips in right there. This is from a vintage book. It was like a school book with different flowers. It was like for agriculture and stuff. So just shows parts of the flower. Coffee dyed paper. This is I love these little tiny clips.
The doggy's going to school, but her name is Zoe.
Oh, okay.
But Zoe's going to school.
That's my son. So this is Project Life card, and I glued on some of my coffee dyed paper, and then I added a little stamping on the front, and then on the back is just another piece of coffee dyed paper that I glued on, and I just used it as a mat for this little journal card, and it just clips on like so. I probably have to wait to do these afterward, so you don't see me left hand struggle with the clip. Another part of another vintage thing. I love those pictures. Another little tag, another little altered kind of tag thing. And a little cute little clip. And I stamped on the inside this to make it look like a little notebook. So it's like a little journal card. I thought it was super, super cute. It turned out super cute anyway. Whoops. I just like flipped it right off there, didn't I? Okay, now that I got that back on. Some more coffee dyed paper, and I love the transfer on here. There was a little bag on top of it that was also being coffee dyed, and some of the ink came onto it. There's only a couple cards because I got a sewing machine for Christmas from my sister, and I was so excited about it because I've been wanting a sewing machine. I never sewed anything except for like hand stitching. So, but I got the hang of it pretty good. You'll see in the last journal that I'm going to share that my stitching skills has gotten a lot better. But, so yeah, this is like a Frankenstein because I just used up a bunch of scraps, and this was from one of those crossword puzzle dictionaries, a torn piece of that, and some other scraps that I just sewed together. Another vellum quote, and it says, "Where there is great love, there are always miracles." This is another little journal card. This is the center of the first signature, and a little envelope with just a little journal card that I kind of took a few pieces of scrap vintage sheet music, and put it on there. Another altered tag, and it also has a brad. And then some washi tape on the back of this one that just says "Happiness is." Oops, there we go. There's several of these matted tags that I made from those Project Life cards. This one I didn't put any backing on, which I might add something on the back, piece of coffee dyed paper, but this one I just left as is. And this one actually was a piece of paper that I used as a wipe off or to clean my stamp off, and I thought it looked so awesome the way it turned out that yeah, threw it on a Project Life card and called it good. Another coffee dyed paper. There's some embossing because, you know, I also got my first heat gun for Christmas too, which was exciting. So this is an embossed flower. I love the way it feels. And some coffee dyed paper. My twins are in the background making all kinds of craziness. And then this one is another vellum saying that says, "Our fears must never hold us back from pursuing our hopes." And that's another piece of that vintage agriculture book. This is another coffee dyed paper that I did, and a little stamping, and the saying is, "Nothing is worth more than this day." And that's just a little embossed rose. Oh, that's embossed too. I didn't even realize that. Forgot I did that. So yeah, that's embossed. Oh gosh. Well, there went my camera. Hope you guys didn't get sick. More of that vintage agriculture book. This is another little sewn Frankenstein tag with a little embossed flower image on the back. And that's a piece of fabric that I fussy cut out. It's a little flower on top of some crossword puzzle dictionary paper. Another journal card, and the stamping is not embossed, but the paper on the back that it's stamped on is embossed. It's like an embossed paper or something, whatever what you want to call it. And it's like, it's really beautiful paper, and the back's just plain. Another journal card, and those are embossed little things. Another saying, "Not all who wander are lost." Some coffee dyed paper tucked in there. This is another little shipping tag, coffee dyed shipping tag with some flower stamps on there. On this super cute little tag, and then this is another piece of that. It's really pretty too. That picture, black and white picture. And this one I actually made into, I took apart one of the little library card pockets and used it as a template to make one out of sheet music for a pocket, and then I stamped on some flowers and added a little journal card in there. My kids are, oh my gosh. And then on the back I just glued down some coffee dyed paper. Get in there. There we go. Hopefully I'm not flipping too fast. More vintage paper. Ah, my kids are going crazy. This is another altered tag, a little bit of lace that's stapled on top of a little ticket. And then this is, when I say altered tag for these kind that are kind of plain, that means I sanded down the tag. And then the ticket is kind of how it tucks in. My hands will stop like shaky. There we go. Another coffee dyed shipping tag with some burlap ribbon. Another saying, vellum saying, "The man who has no imagination has no wings." Sorry, I had to regulate my kids. Another piece of coffee dyed paper, and this one I actually embossed on the edge or the bottom part with some of that one big stamp that I have. This one right here. Who is this by? Card Art, I guess, or Hero. Oh, Hero Arts is what it says. I don't know. This one was gifted to me. Somebody gifted that to me, and I love it. This is the center of, I hope I've been in frame. This is the center of this signature, this envelope. And just some coffee dyed paper in there. Let's fold it up. More coffee dyed paper. I don't think there's anything embossed on it. Another altered tag, and this one flips around to the back. That's just how I have it tucked in. So this is the front part, little stamping, the back, and it says follow your dreams. And then if you flip it open, I glued down some torn pieces of lined coffee dyed paper, and I thought it turned out really, really neat. I'll do this later. Another shipping tag. That's been, I think this one was might have been tea dyed. With some green burlap, and then a little stamping. Get back on there. No. This is another vellum saying, and it says, life isn't a matter of milestones, but of moments. More vintage agriculture paper. And this is talking about the more parts of the plant and about the seeds and stuff. Another altered tag. This probably used to be a Tim Holtz ideology tag. I sanded it down, and then I inked around it. And then I went back with the sander and I sanded off around the edges to make it look more distressed. And then did the same on the back too. And then stamped on here with a quote by William Shakespeare, and it says, "One touch of nature makes the whole world kin." I love those I love the old black and white photos. They're so pretty. And this is another embossed piece of coffee dyed paper. You can see the shininess. And then last page is another tuck spot with some coffee dyed paper, and embossed on the top is follow your dreams. And I love how this embossed one worked out. It almost looks like there's some color variation with black and gray. Even though it's all the same colored stamp, it just turned out really neat. I love that. So, and then the back of the book is just plain. And so this one I kind of nicknamed like the Greenery because it's everything. It's all in green tones, and I love how it turned out. It's really pretty. And this was actually my second altered book because this one was my first one. So these are the altered books. And in a separate video, I'm going to do the journals that I made from the ground up. So, yeah. I am going to be opening up an Etsy store. I had a lot of people wanting me to open up one because of all my tags and different artwork. And that was before I even started doing journals. And because I'm kind of one of those crafters that I do kind of a little bit of everything, jack of all trades. So I am going to be opening up one. I just don't know when yet. But I think I'm going to try and put these in the little consignment shop downtown because there were some people interested in journals. So I'm going to put them there, these ones there, and see what happens. But they'll all probably be going up on an Etsy store most likely when I do open it. So thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you liked my journals, hopefully I didn't flip through too fast. Give it a thumbs up, like it, share it, subscribe, and thanks again for joining me. I'll see you on the next video.